And this is the office. Watching YouTube, watching people work out there, watching the planes take off and land. Ain't terrible. Got a little kitchenette. Got some nice restrooms. So this is the neighborhood. Got the Jeep spinning on the wheel. Oh, I got people in my way. We have a dust storm right now. Out of the way, bro. Oh, we got Filipina. Let's go. Break for Filipinas. They're just doing their job. Everyone else hit the gas. There's another one there. She riding a bicycle. She riding a bicycle. There's some ding-dong Corvette. Corvettes all over the place. So here we go. So I'm there in the white villa on the second floor, which is before the very top. The roof, and then right below the roof. Got a little garden in the front, which is kind of cool. And the parking is below. So this is the parking garage. I do like the tile on the floor. Pretty nice, not bad. This is the elevator. Second floor. Bingo. Welcome. I think it says welcome. Welcome to the casa. I just wanted to make a short video about my life in Kuwait. I really did not record a whole lot of it in Kuwait. This is the kitchen. It's pretty basic. She gave me a refrigerator and a combo washer dryer. This is all IKEA. I would not have bought IKEA, but that's what she did. I've already got rid of a lot of stuff. It's kind of messy in here. That's the view out of the kitchen. Not very great. I used to have a bunch of plants. A lot of them have died. And during the winter, they were all moved outside. During the summertime, they all turned to roast. So I used to have a bunch of stuff here too. This, I've done 3D printing, RC repair. I was buying a bunch of RC cars when I was out here. These plants, they got really tall actually. Had to cut them down, but they had some really cool flowers on them. I forgot to talk about my bamboo. That's my IKEA bamboo over there. Finally started growing. Now I'm gonna abandon it, throw it to the streets. So anyways, I used to have a rocking chair here, projector, on the wall. I didn't watch a lot of movies. I played some video games. This place has 5 toilets, 5 restrooms. I mean, it's a big place. It's 1,300 KD a month. So this is another room, 1,300 KD. It's about $4,500 a month. Another restroom. There were some nice towers downtown Kuwait. It's just the drive. It's not a terribly long drive. It was a kind of a hectic drive with the traffic. So this is the maid's room. A lot of these villas have, I mean, if you're a Kuwaiti family, you're gonna have a maid servant. So she'll get this one. Notice the quality of the sprayer. Just take that into account there. It looks a little different from the rest. We'll look at the other ones. And this room is also smaller, so that's 1 restroom, 2 restroom, 3 restroom. This is the front door. This is another bedroom. I used to have all my RC cars in here. Parts everywhere. I was fixing them at RC planes. This is the restroom that I use. I've used it the whole time. Just 1 restroom because it kind of works the best. The thing is with the way they build out here, the quality's not so good. So fixtures are loose and whatever. So I actually got her to install some mirrors because I was like, I need a fucking mirror in the restroom. But so this is my restroom right here. This is my toilet. I always shit in this toilet, and it's a good toilet. But if you noticed, this ball sprayer, it's chrome. It's shiny and chrome, and you have a nice shiny and chrome hose on there, but not for the maid. The maid gets the budgetarian version. So anyways, this is where all the love making happens. All the stains on that mattress I have to bleach so no one else sees them. And this is like a closet. I had some more junk, not a whole lot of junk in here. I don't have a whole lot of stuff, but I tried this restroom for a little bit. I did not like it because why was it? I think it was because of the door. They didn't install it very well, and there's that, and then also the water, it flows all over the floor, and the drain's all the way over here, and I don't know. Also the toilet leaks. So I just turned off the water. I turned off the water right there, and I'm not using it, so there's that. I do like these switches. On, off. So super easy. You got a 5. I don't know why you need 5, but yeah, 5. And again, when I moved in here first, I just threw actually it was a blanket, and then I got a roll-up mattress. Or it wasn't a roll-up, it was one of those Tootsie Roll. Yeah, vacuum sealed, and I just threw it right there. I slept like that for a month or 2. Did that. Here's another plant. These are big sliding doors. They're pretty cool. And then, yeah, so these are just tables. These are just coffee tables. I think I have 5 of them. I think you just have 5 of them. I kind of threw together, but I mean, the doors are pretty nice. They got multiple locks on them. For an interior door, I mean, they're solid doors. And all the walls are concrete, they're blocks. But anyway, like I said, getting back to quality of build, they did not build the foundation strong enough. This is a new structure, and you have a crack here and on the other walls on the other side. And on here, you also have a crack. So you got a crack going on right there. You got a crack going all the way up here. And then in that restroom that I use, I just showed you, I mean, there's a huge crack on the wall. And I think it's getting bigger. But like here. So I think that's getting bigger. But anyways, they just, you know, they just did not build the foundation very well. And it's all limestone, so they really cheaped out here. I mean, because it's hard rock foundation. So they fucked up, but you got the crack there also along the wall. Going up to it. But anyway, she has a pool. She got a pool right above me. So I'm sleeping right below her pool because I can hear her when she's, you know, filling the pool, emptying the pool, or got the jets turned on or whatever. But it's a big full width patio. It's a nice patio. Yeah, full width. They're building a new villa over there. So that was my life in Kuwait. Enjoy. About ready to turn a new chapter. So we'll see where life takes me. This is the street. I'm gonna go for a walk. The typical road. It's like pea gravel mixed in. Very rough. So this is the neighborhood of Mishref. And they got a walking trail that goes all the way around the neighborhood. Some of these neighborhoods do. So this is what the walking trail looks like. You got dirt on both sides, the freeway. I think the Korean embassy is right over there. I don't know if I can zoom in that far. That's the Korean embassy. You see a bunch of them drunk ass Koreans walking around here. I think they go over there. These embassies have alcohol, but that's the only place you're gonna find alcohol in Kuwait. So. Also, they tend to use this road here as a drag strip at night. So these fucking trucks like that one. These Nissans, they cut off the exhaust on them. I don't know. They put eBay turbos on there, from what I hear, and they just like race all over the place. It's fucking stupid. And the Chevys, they like Chevys, not so much Fords. In Kuwait, it's mostly Chevys and some Toyotas and Nissans that they prefer to street race with. So if you've never been to Kuwait, it goes like this. You got 3 hot, really, really hot months in the summertime. It's going to be your June, July, and August. Right now it's September. It's September 27th, so it's near the end of September. Temperature is really good right now. During the day, September, you're going to still get above 100. Towards the end of September, I think we may touch around 100, and at night it may get down into the 90s. But those 3 hot months in the summertime, you're looking at 130. Realistically, now I've noticed in their reports, their weather reports, they tend to kind of underestimate that quite a bit, because when you look at the signs with the temperatures on them and the vehicles usually have a temperature readout, it's like, you know, I've seen 54, 55 Celsius. That's, you know, that's 130-ish plus. And they're like, oh, the high today, only 115. And I'm like, no fucking way, dude. So anyways, so October gets nice, and then it doesn't heat up again until June, really. And the winter months, the highs are pleasant. It's beautiful during the winter. And then at night, maybe you'll see a little frost on the vehicles sometimes. Not a whole lot, so sometimes you'll need a light jacket if you like walking around during, you know, the morning, evening. But I'm getting ready to leave Kuwait. I've been out here 2 years, and like I said, if your job out here is outdoors and you're expected to work outdoors in that heat, it is really hot. It is really hot. AC is everywhere, so all the vehicles, all the buildings, AC usually works pretty great, minus the vehicles. Sometimes middle of the summer, especially if you're stopped in traffic, they'll start to get hot and the AC just can't keep up. Here we are rounding the corner in the neighborhood, and just gonna go walk, get some Subway. They usually in these neighborhoods they have various mosques, they have restaurants, a lot of fast food American brands. They have one really big co-op in the middle, which is like your main grocery store, but they have like these satellite grocery stores. A lot to say about Kuwait, probably not enough time to talk about it, but in general the country is very safe. It's well policed, and they keep the safety factor with like terrorism and crime. They're on top of that. There's a little bit of drugs going around, like meth, and I've seen a few. There's this one lady that walks around downtown around Salmiya, and I've seen her a lot, and she's clearly on drugs. I guess it's meth because they can make it locally, but other than that, like, it's fairly safe. I've seen cops like profile these dudes like in traffic at the light, like just pull over some like 20-year-olds, kind of looking less traditional, I guess, and and they may have their windows down with their arm hanging out, and they'd be in like a big like Suburban or Tahoe that beat up and stuff. Yeah, I've seen them immediately get pulled over, stuff like that, because those are the guys typically peddling drugs, manufacturing and shit. They did install some new exercise equipment. So every year about this time they start improving the area. This is all getting green now because the high temperatures are behind us. And they'll irrigate this, throw some, like, these are all new here. These, I don't know what they are, cactuses or something. This neighborhood is one of the nicer neighborhoods. Like I said, you can Google it, Mishref, Mishref. It's actually excellent location. You can get to basically everything 20 minutes. It's very traditional with their way of life here. So there's no alcohol. It's very locked down. But the government has an elected parliament, and they have a king. They're always in disagreement, for better or worse. But this country has not progressed, right? So there's no investment here. Nobody in the world thinks I'm going to invest in Kuwait. When they invest in the Arab, in the GCC world, it's always UAE, like your Dubai, your Abu Dhabi, whatever, or Qatar, right? Or Saudi even, but it's not Kuwait. There's just basically way too much corruption here. Like, there's some, rich, powerful families. They own all of the business. And what I'm told is, yeah, you can get alcohol if you're a part of that group, and you have to get it through one source. If it's going to be like your name brand alcohol, there's a lot of like homemade shit going on. I've even tried making wine, but that's garbage stuff. So back to the government. My 2 years here, during 2022, end of 2022 to end of 2024, the government has been disbanded, I think 3 times, and by the king. So there's that dysfunction, a lot of corruption. He's alleged corruption, various people, blah, 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 right? And then also there's a family visa ban. So all these guys right here, these are all, third TCN, third country nationals. They're Indian. They look like Indian, but maybe they wanted to bring the family over. There is a family visa ban on all nationalities. So yeah, there was a family visa ban on all nationalities. That lasted about a year, maybe a year and a quarter. And basically that was like all the workers over here, which makes, 3/4 of the population is a foreigner basically. And for over a year, they said you can't bring your family over here. And that happened right after I got here. So it started a lot of crap. A lot of people got upset. A lot of people started leaving the country. And there was no rhyme or reason to it. It was only supposed to last like a month. And then they kept saying, oh, it's gonna, 3 months, 90 days, we'll have this solved. That shit lasted over a year, like a year and 3 or 4 months. And if I remember right, it was over a year. It just pissed everyone off. They started going home back to their own countries. Finally, it got resolved because they need workers over here so bad. They're trying to build all these new buildings. These are kind of old. There's some new buildings there and there downtown. This neighborhood's full of new builds, right? And these are big villas. I mean, they're all like 4 stories tall. You have a basement, first level, second, third roof level. Yeah. And they take about a year and a half to finish. They're short on workers, right? And they're like, you can't bring your family over here. Now the Americans, or if you're from the UK as an English teacher or whatever, you can bring your family over on a 90-day visa, which is what coworkers were doing. And every 90 days they just go to like Bahrain or Qatar or whatever, Dubai, come back, get another visa on arrival. Good for 90 more days. But my wife she's from the Philippines. So if you're a Filipino, the only way you're getting into Kuwait or the Middle East really is on a work visa. So the family visa eventually got worked out, but the landlord lady was like, I can bring your wife in on as an employee on a work visa, but just like either not pay her or pay her a very small sum or whatever it was. We were gonna work it out. And you know what happened? It was amazing because we went and got married around first of 2023, somewhere around there, right? We got married. It was July 5th. I remember the date. I just don't like being specific. But we got married and I got back to Kuwait. I was going to start following that process. They did the family visa ban. We had to get married to process that family visa. So legally, we had to have documents showing we were married. And then they did that family visa ban. Then they did the Filipino ban. So the thing is with your domestic workers, all these Arabs out here, even a lot of Americans, and if you have any money or whatever, you pay for a slave, right? You pay for a domestic helper, but they're usually treated horribly. Some of them are treated really well. Sometimes the Arabs will marry these domestic helpers because the ladies, they're Filipinas. They're pretty nice most of the time. Better than a lot of women. And so they'll get married, sometimes, rarely, I guess it would be the one and only wife, but it's allowed that you're allowed a couple wives. So usually what will happen is the man in the house obviously has his Arab wife, and then he'll take Filipino or two as a girlfriend, and they'll set them up, give them, someone we know. They'll give them, a new Lexus, new apartment, whatever. And they'll take them on vacations, if they're not taking the Arab wife, which apparently a lot of these families, I guess, wives do their own things, husbands do their own things, and they're just kind of married on paper, but maybe they don't love each other. Now I'm getting off on another subject. But anyways, back to what I was saying. What was I saying? Yeah, so Philippines and the Kuwait government, they got into some, world politics, and they banned each other, basically. So Philippines were like, you're not getting any more Filipinos, which has happened in the past. And then Kuwait's like, well, you can't fire me, I quit. So Kuwait's like, we're not going to allow any more Filipinos. So it was mutual. And there was conflicting shit on the news articles saying who quit first, right? But what I'm trying to say is they found another lady, she was apparently a new domestic helper, young girl from province. She was brought over here, and then a lot of times they don't pay these people, so maybe she wasn't getting paid, but she started being abused physically, then sexually, and then, you know, by I think the teenage son. You know, obviously the whole family knew about it and they're allowing it, but the teenage son eventually got her pregnant, and then, well, that's a big no-no. It's not allowed over here, so outside of marriage. So they got, you know, they killed her. They bashed her head in apparently till she died, or she wasn't dead yet. So then they tried burning her, and then he dumped her body somewhere out there in the street. He dumped her body, her charred body, and they found her, and, you know, all this stuff. And the Arab family was like, they just wanted to pay off the Filipino family. You know, these are poor people, and they refused. They're like, we're not accepting your blood money, right? So good for them, but it's sad. It really is. That shit happens all the time. All the time. These Filipinos, Indians, the Sri Lankans or whatever, you know, not everyone's perfect, but most of the time they're fucked over here, because if they're in a bad situation, they can't just leave. They have no passport to leave. That gets taken. They have no money to leave. And they have no ability. Like, even if they made it to the airport with a ticket, Kuwait, they won't let you out of the country. Like myself, I'm an American. I can't even leave Kuwait, you know, whenever I wanted to. I have to apply for permission to leave the country, and it's got to get signed and approved, stamped. So it takes about a week or two. I usually do it 2 weeks in advance. And then when I go up to immigration, passport, civil ID, and my permission slip. And yeah, and if you have a speeding ticket, if you have not paid your phone bill, your electric or whatever, that also comes up. And now you ain't leaving the country. Your vacation just got canceled. Your flight, hotel reservations, doesn't matter where you're going. Maybe your father just died, whatever. You're not leaving. And that's just going to take a while to get resolved. It's not going to happen right there at immigration. It may be a few days. Because you got to go, wait till next day. Maybe this was, 10 p.m. Now you got to go home, wait till next day, pay your electric. Then you got to get proof. You got to go take it somewhere else, get that shit stamped. You got to wait for the system to update and make, Kuwait, man. It's called Kuwait. So, shit, I could talk about this all day. I'm just rambling. My sandwich is over there. We'll get there. I'll get I'm craving Subway. And then we'll go over there and I'll sit along the water. We'll talk some more. So I'm still walking to my sandwich and my phone's blowing up about jobs and stuff. I keep getting messages. Basically, I turned down a job. They're like, oh, what happened? Why? Well, it was a good offer. It was a good offer to work out there in West Texas. Money was fine. It was similar to what I make in Kuwait. A little bit less, but it was pretty close. But nowadays, they said they'd offer relocation and then nothing, basically. I really don't care about company truck. I have a brand new truck. I'd be willing to drive my truck if they just pay for the mileage. But, basically that's a huge commitment to uproot a family. And in my case, it's super easy relocation, but most people have family, kids in schools, house to sell, yada, yada, yada. I don't have any of that. I just, coming from Kuwait, from the Philippines, we have to buy a house anyways. Might as well be West Texas. But, I'm not free either. You have to move my stuff out there. I asked about hotels, do you guys allow me a few weeks in a hotel while I find something? Like, oh no, we probably can't do that. I'm like, oh, well, okay, bye now. So I'm still walking to get my fucking sandwich. finally got my Subway and my sandwich. They used to have the tables out here. I don't know where they went. They were getting a little ratty though. I'm gonna go over here and sit in the dark. That's where all the ass ones sit. I'll go join them. This is one of those grocery stores I was talking about. And this is an Indian that can't drive. You know, can't back up for shit, so you gotta watch out for them guys. But anyhow, I just ate my sandwich. And I called I called a bunch of people back, so I'm not gonna go into that. I think we were gonna come to a compromise. I think it's a good position. It's a good company. They're well known, and there's lots of money to be made. You know, I'm not all about money. I just want to make a decent income. You know, I'm not asking for 200,000. I just need, you know, I put in hard work, when I get paid, and I don't want to be broke. And I'm very tight with my finances. And so when people are offering, I think this is a school. I'm off topic. The schools out here are separated, boys and girls. So I forgot if this is a boys' school. But anyways, what I'm talking about is, you know, I'm getting offered like $50,000, $60,000. Kuwait English school. Yeah, I don't know which one it is. Anyways, yeah, you can't live off of 50 or 60. You can't have a family on that amount of money. There's no way. So yeah, it's 3 figures or higher. It's gonna be 100,000 or more. I'm not going to accept these piddly little jobs. And you know, these companies are making a lot of money. They're all making record profits. So when you're trying to offer 30 bucks an hour or even $37 an hour, it's just totally not worth it. So here we are walking. Damn it, this phone. Sorry guys, it's a little dark. Can only make do with what you have. Mini 12 iPhone is well, it's kind of a piece of shit. So I'm gonna walk down here, hang a left, we'll go across the road and go hang out at the beach. Lovely beach. We're walking to the beach across the big nasty road. It's hard to see, but it's behind these bushes here. You got some vehicles lining up to race. These ones here took off. Nothing cool. So here is a new walking track. I know I'm kind of like random here, but I got nothing else to do. I've been in this environment for 2 years, and it changes you, man. It changes you. So they did some renovation here. When I got here, it was all tore up. It was post-COVID, like they started. And then they finished it maybe earlier this year, but they put some new light posts up. Some new bricks. They love these bricks for some reason. They put these bricks everywhere. This here, what I'm walking on, is a running track that goes around here. Back that way is a big loop. Maybe it's a mile, I'm not sure. Here we go, we got some numbers. So it's smushy under the feet. It's nice and smushy. So there's that. And then, you know, it looks like Kuwait. Sorry, it's dark right now. We'll go to the other side. There's some new lights. We're at the beach. It goes down there, and then all the way out there, the Arabian Sea.